Thank you. Okay, here first point is summation k equals 0 to n minus 1 cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n 0. That means real part is 0, this is real part, this real part is 0, and also imaginary part is 0. So real part I give 0, imaginary part. So in this case, what will happen? The 2k pi by n minus I sin 2k pi by n, 2k pi by n, this also becomes 0. Because real part, here also real part is 0, imaginary part is 0, whether plus also. So from plus you got this one. So even if you put minus also, you'll get 0 only. Second point. Third point you need to understand, that is summation k equal to, if I start with 1, if I start with 1 to k 1 to n minus 1. If I start with 1 to n minus 1, then what will happen? So cos of this is 1 to n minus 1, this is cos of 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. This is what I told you. This is what is minus 1, because sum of the nth roots of unity is 0. Here 1, this is sum of the nth roots of unity. It says, so this from alpha, what you get from alpha actually. So this is 1 to 1 alpha square, so 1 up to alpha power n minus 1 is 0. From alpha means it is 1. 0 will give you 1. K equal to 1 to n minus 1 means alpha square, so 1 up to alpha power n minus 1. That 1 will go this side, it will become minus 1. That's what we discussed already. That's minus 1. But here, not only that, but also your summation k equal to 1 to n minus 1, 1 to n minus 1, 1 to n minus 1. Even if you put in between minus also, this I mean to say here minus. Even if you put minus, okay, some problem is going on. Just a minute. Sorry, okay. So, okay, all right. So here this is whether plus or even minus also same thing, minus 1 only. So here k equal to 1 to n minus 1. So this is cos of this is for example, if I keep this is, so yesterday I discussed 2 points. One is here sin 2k pi by n, sin 2k pi by n plus I cos 2k pi by n. That means what, this one if you take in between minus, in between minus is there, if you take this minus and multiply with yeah, here yeah, okay, plus I, no, yeah, minus if you take in between minus, if you take and multiply with I, then I cos you will get. That means when you multiply with I, that means you are getting I means simply you are multiplying with I. You are multiplying with I means in between minus will be there. Okay, then here we are going to get here minus I. Here in between plus is there means here minus I. That's what I told you. Your summation k equal to 1 to n minus 1. Here this is sin of 2k pi by n Here this is going to be minus I, minus I cos 2k pi by n. So this is going to be what you are going to get here, plus I, and between minus is there. That means plus I is what you get here. Okay, plus I is what you get. These are the things I told. So now, okay, anyway. So also we discussed that x power n minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, nth roots of unity means n roots are there. This has n roots. So what are the n roots? Let 1 alpha square so on up to alpha power n minus 1 are roots for this. Are the roots. Are roots for this equation. Then if these are the roots, then x power n minus 1 can be factorized like this. Can be equal to 1. This is 1 is a root, na, x minus 1 into x minus alpha into so on up to x minus alpha power n minus 1. You can write like this. So this, from this, na, you get, if you put, no, so they may ask you like this. They may ask you x equal to, you have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Sometimes I omega also. This is what this I told you one equation, and another equation is x minus alpha into x minus alpha square into so on up to x minus alpha power n minus 1. This also I told you, that is x power n minus 1 by x minus 1, and this also can be written as 1 plus x square GP expression so on up to x power n minus 1. This also you can write, and you can apply log also. You can apply log also. That also we discussed. If you apply log and then differentiate 1 by x minus alpha plus 1 by x minus alpha square plus 1 up to plus 1 by x minus, here in this case I am writing x minus alpha power n minus 1 equal to this one. You have to apply log. If you apply log 1 by 1 plus x plus 1 up to x to the power of n minus 1, and this is going to be 1 plus 2x plus like this n minus 1 x to the power of n minus 2. This is what we discussed. Okay, in this also you can substitute x equal to 1, 2, 3, then accordingly you will get the results. Okay, this is what I discussed last class. Okay, so today, now what we are going to discuss is the important one, cube roots of unity. Cube roots of unity. Cube roots of unity and their properties. Cube roots of unity and their properties. So you know, what is that cube roots of unity? Cube root of 1. Cube root of 1, what you can write here? So 1 you can write as always, you know, cis of 2k pi. Cis of 2k pi whole to the power of 1 by 3. That can be written as cis of 2k pi by 3. Okay, cis of 2k pi by 3. So what is the value of k? If you start with 0, 0, 1, 2. If you start with 1 also, okay, no problem. If you start with 2 or 3, whatever, 3 consecutive numbers you must take. So what you get then, cube roots of unity, what you get is first, what you get here, cis 0, comma cis of 2 pi by 3, comma cis of 4 pi by 3. These are the cube roots of unity. This one what you can write, this one equal to 1. This one what you can write, cis of, you know this one, cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. Cos 2 pi by 3 is minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Then this one is going to be minus 1 minus I minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. If you write like this, we are going to get like this. Okay, this one only we take this as 1, this one we take as omega, this one we take as omega square. Also we can write in Euler's form, also you can write this one. Euler's form is what? E to the power of I0. E to the power of I0 is 1. E to the power of I 2 pi by 3. E to the power of I 4 pi by 3. I theta, e to the power of I theta can be written like this. Please understand this, and this means 1 omega square. Same like this also you can write. You can show like this also, you can show like this also, you can show. Then values are like this if you write in complex form, 1 and this one. So these are the cube roots of unity. Okay, this is very important. Cube roots of unity, very important application. So very simple. I told here cube root of 1 is what? Cis of 2k pi. Cis 2k pi is only 1. You know. So whole power of 1 by 3 cis of 2k pi by 3 by De Moivre's theorem. K value 0, 1, 2 you should take. Then you get 3 roots. These are the 3 roots. Okay. So that we generally represent with 1 omega omega square. 1 omega omega square. So the number of facts here. So one thing, number of facts. So you see number 1. So here generally here omega omega square. If you see this is what is omega, this is what is omega square. So here out of 3 roots, 2 are non-real. Okay. Here what I will say is omega omega square are non-real cube roots of unity. Very important, because in the problem they say, so if so and so alpha is non-real cube root of unity, or non-real fourth root of unity, fifth root of unity, like that they say. That means here always you understand, not only just cube root of unity, but in nth roots of unity, one is the only real, remaining all non-real complex or imaginary. Only one is the real root. Okay, remaining all non-real only. Here also omega omega square are non-real cube roots of unity. So next, as usual, this is obviously this is in GP. So 1 plus omega square is what is 0. Already we discussed this one. But even here also you can understand 1 plus omega square is 0. Sum of nth roots of unity is 0. That means cube roots of unity also 0. Okay, so here 2 things. So yesterday we discussed sum of nth roots of unity is this one. Sum of nth roots of unity is n minus 1 equal to 0. But sum of pth powers of nth roots of unity, I told this also, pth powers of nth roots of unity, p times n minus 1. This is 2. 1 is 0. If p is not multiple of n. You see, if p is not multiple of n, not a multiple of n. So kn. So this is n. If p is multiple of n, nk, that means p equal to multiple of understand. P is, you can write multiple of n. Nm you can write km. So k is integer. That's all. K is an integer. So multiple means what? If you put in the place of m, in the place of p, if you put nm or kn, if you put this is going to be 1, this is going to 1, because alpha power n equal to 1. So if you put yesterday I showed nk, so alpha power n whole power k, this is 1. Alpha power n is 1. So that is how you get. So yeah, this is a multiple of n. If it is multiple of n, n is the answer. If it is not multiple, then this is 0. It's their textbook question. So here 1 plus omega square, same thing. 1 plus omega power n, I am writing just omega power 2n equal to 0 if n is understand here. In this case it's different. N I wrote. If n is multiple of 3, multiple of so not a multiple of 3. If it is not a multiple of 3, it's 0. So like this one. If it's not a multiple of, here in this case n, nth roots of unity, cube roots of unity, it's not a multiple of 3, it's 0. So number 4, 1 plus omega power n plus omega power 2n equal to 3. If n equal to multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means what? Omega power 3m, omega power 2 times 3m. Omega power 3m means omega power 3 is 1. And omega power 3 is 1. You know. Omega power 3 is 1. So that means cube roots of unity, if at all you understand, cube roots of unity, nth roots of unity also you can understand. So what is that cube roots of unity? 1 plus omega square 0, omega cube is 1. Here also 1 plus alpha square, so alpha power n minus 1 is 0 and alpha power n equal to 1. For cube root of unity, 1 plus alpha square 0, alpha cube is 1. Here nth roots of unity, till alpha minus 1, sum is 0 and alpha power n is 1. Alright, so next. Number 4, 5. So now nth roots of unity divide circumference circle into n parts and they form a vertex of a regular polygon. Here what? Cube roots of unity. Cube roots of unity. Cube roots of unity divide circle into how many parts then? Divide circumference. Circumference of circle into 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts like this. Like this. So now the cube roots of unity means modulus is 1 and like this. Circle will be like this. And this is going to 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0. Then this is, what are this? This is 1 comma 0 means this is 1. Please understand. 1 omega. Omega is what? 1 omega square. Omega 1. Omega is what, e to the power of I 2 pi by 3. Understand. Always remember, we have to remember e to the power of I 4 pi by n. Okay, I 2 pi by n. 2 pi by n means what? Pi by s. 2 pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 62, 120. So 120 degrees will be here. See, understand. This is argument is 120 degrees. Okay, so e to the power of I 2 pi by n. 2 pi by 3. Then 4 pi by. Here, this is e to the power of I 2 pi by 3. So e to the power of I 2 pi by 3 is, e to the power of I 2 pi by 3. R into e to the power of I theta. Actually, see, R into e power I theta. How do you represent this R into e power I theta? Is like this. Let's say theta is this. R into e power I theta. So R. Okay. You want R, no? R. R is this mod z. Mod z into e power I theta. Let's say this is theta. This is theta. So e power I theta is represent like this. If this is theta, then e power mod z into this is mod z into e power I theta. This is mod z into e power I theta like this. But here e power I 2 pi by 3 means mod z is 1. Understand? This is 1 unit. This is 1 unit. So 1 into e power I 2 pi by 3. So this is 120 degrees. Then next 120 degrees and 240 degrees. So this is already 60 and already this is 60. So here if it is 60, because here 120 is gone. If it is 60, so then you have to go again 60. So again one more 60 should go. No? So this one more 60. One more 60 if you go like this, it will be here. So this is 120 plus 120, 360. So e to the power of I 4 pi by n will be here. That means this is simply omega square and this is simply omega. Okay, so this is now 3 equal parts. What are 3 equal parts? This is one part and this is another part and this is another part. So like this. So this is 120 degrees, 2 pi by 3. This is also 2 pi by 3 and this is also 2 pi by 3. So these are the 3 parts. So this you should understand on the circle. So and not only that, this will form an equilateral triangle. No? So that means equal parts and yeah, 3 equal parts and here what you can say is and 3 and they form, that means they means cube roots of unity form an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Please understand. So that means they form equilateral triangle means they will be vertices of equilateral triangle. Cube roots of unity are vertices. They form an equilateral triangle means vertices. They are vertices of equilateral triangle. Please understand this. They become vertices of equilateral triangle. Okay, so if they are vertices of equilateral triangle, so then you can find out area, perimeter, and everything you find out for this equilateral triangle. because here, yeah, here they are on the circle with the unit circle. Understand that this three vertices will be on the unit circle. So you can find out everything related to this triangle. You can find out because here they are vertices of not only just equal triangle, but they will be on a unit circle. Okay, right. So that is what is the thing here. All right. So the next here, very important is let's say here. Okay, this is all right. Some facts about this cube roots of unity is this much. Okay. So okay, all right. So, but here very important is so when you understand cube roots of unity. For example, you have this one. For example, you have this. For example, cube roots of unity. You know now cube roots of minus one are what? Cube roots of unity, you know, and cube roots of minus 1 are what? Cube roots of minus 1 is simply minus 1 minus omega square. Very simple. But this is very, very important because so many times we have to apply like this. Cube roots of minus 1 is this. Not only that, one important point is omega and omega bar, okay, or omega and omega square are conjugate to each other. Very important to recognize conjugate to each other. Conjugate to each other. Omega and omega square are conjugate to each other. That means omega bar equal to omega square. Please understand. Omega conjugate of omega is omega square. And omega bar equal to omega. Why? 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 Because omega cube equal to 1. Omega square equal to 1 by omega. 1 by omega means what? 1 by omega means omega bar. Like this. Okay. And not only that, and mod omega or mod omega square is what? Cis theta only, na? Cis theta, that's 1. So conjugate to each other, that's also you should recognize. So this is same as 1 by omega. 1 by omega is equal to omega bar equal to omega square, or this is nothing but omega square. Okay, why I told you here. That's also important. And next, so this I told now. So here, example. So cube root of unity, you know. Cube root of unity, you know, 1 omega omega square. So what I told no? Cube root of minus 1 I told as minus 1 minus omega square. So very important to recognize this. So cube root of minus, just I am giving cube root of 8 is what? 8 you can keep aside, or even if you don't keep aside also, cube root of 8 will become what? So its modulus is 2. Its modulus is 2. And this becomes 2 omega square. Okay, understand that. Cube root of minus 8 is what? So minus 2 omega square. Yesterday we have done this kind of question one. Okay. So then what about cube root of 2? Cube root of 2, what you can write? Actually cube root of 2. Just cube root of 2 you can write like this. Cube root of 2. Okay, into 1. Cube root of 2 into omega. Cube root of 2 into omega square. Like this. Okay, here 8. So therefore minus 2 is there. But here nothing can be done here. That only you write. So 3 roots will be there. 3 roots will be like this only. Alright. So this cube roots of unity. So you can write yesterday we have written for 32 or something on question is there. So the next. So then cube root of fourth roots of, okay, cube root of unity is that. Okay, fourth roots of unity. Fourth roots of unity. Fourth roots of unity. What are the fourth roots of unity? Fourth roots of unity are